business, but we really have something here.
Oh, this is gonna.
And like, I just thought about, you know, from the time I started off with like Carbon Copy Pro, and you've got to brand yourself, and you've got to blog, and you've got to build all this content, and you've got to do this. It's the only way you're going to sell, and then you've got to do this, and you've got to buy a company, you've got to buy a product, and you got all this stuff all over the place. And this is going to give you a hub and a means to be a leader and somebody who can provide value for people in an easy, organized way. I just like think back to all the stuff that I could have done with this in the past. So I'm really excited about what it's going to do for me and for everybody in this room moving forward. So if you don't realize it yet, you will. If you need to know more detail, talk to me and I'll tell you how good it is. But embrace it, because I think it's really going to be something. So.
Appreciate that. And then one of the big things you have here is, I always say this, but it's like seeing through other people's eyes. Really, it's important, because a lot of times, especially if you're new, you know, you don't know what things are really worth if you don't have history behind it. And sometimes listening to other people gives you different perspective, and always just, you know, seeing through other people's eyes is a learning thing too. So I appreciate that, Scott. Thank you.
Yeah.
A group is always smarter than the smartest person in the group.
Yep.
So, are we set up here with?
Yeah, we're good to go.
Okay.
Hi, Dennis. Oh, unmute him. Oh, Dennis, you're self-muted, so you're on if you want to pop in.
Say hello.
Sing a song or something.
Hey, everybody. Can you hear me?
Yep. Yeah.
I've just kept myself muted because that's, you know, Justin muted me yesterday. I thought, well, I'll just leave it that way. And then when people said something earlier, I didn't even think to unmute and at least say hi. But you did hear my clapping, and excellent for Rick, right?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Cool. That was great.
Can you hear on your end? Okay.
Yeah, it's because of my computer not having the most resources. It gets a little garbled at times, but it's sure nice being able to be there virtually. Wish I could be there and talk to all of you, and you know, but that wasn't meant to be.
You still have that PC, Dennis?
Yeah.
Well, there we go.
Good for you.
Well said.
But it's an old PC. I have a newer rocket ship that hasn't been put into service yet.
It's as good as it did back then. we have an ongoing argument between which PC.
Yeah, I know, but I can't do certain things on a Mac that I can do on a PC because they don't make the program for the Mac.
See, there you go. No, they make better programs.
There is one for the Macs.
All right, and this is what we call a rat hole, no cheese at the end of it.
Yeah,
Take it away.
So our apologies for being a little bit late, but you surfaced some questions, and we kind of have to have our own come to Jesus meeting over lunch to make sure that our relationship with Justin and Brenda is where it needs to be so that we can answer your questions. So what we came up with is, going forward, this product will be sold for $25,000. And by doing it for $25,000, that protects us on our end on the technology, and it also allows you to get a solid affiliate commission for anybody that purchases the product through your efforts. So it'll be a $10,000 down product. Somebody could make 2 payments on that. They could put 5 down and then pay 5, but they will not get their system until the $10,000 has been paid in full.
Does that make sense? Right there, similar to what we've
So
done
this
here.
is done for you, $25,000.
Yeah, it's essentially what we're doing right here with you.
Exactly what you're getting.
Organized.
Wow.
This has been wonderful. I know you guys did.
Can I change my business to this business?
We'll do whatever you want, Cam.
No, you have too much work to do, lady.
Jump in, the water's
I won't let
great.
you do that. Because you're getting more money and it's easier.
It's all, I mean,
Yeah, you
that
can-
is, I mean,
Yeah, but
it's very
let me
limited that way.
respond to that one, can I?
Yeah, please.
You sell somebody one of these is not going to give you the emotion you saw and felt by helping
That's
them.
what I was just gonna
I was
say.
gonna
You're
say
right.
your
The
passion.
value
Yeah.
to you is not there. Money won't do
You're
it
right.
for you.
And creating
Thank
the
you.
value, that's
Thank you.
exactly, you're gonna be creating the value for those people.
Yeah.
Instead of chasing a dollar.
Not that all of you were just chasing dollars.
Dylan, that's
Because
probably
you
too
are.
much.
We
Not
experienced,
as talented as you are, I don't
I
think.
experienced
This is a
the
value.
value
Oh,
hit
there you go.
you
Yeah.
when you were talking to her. Not even valuing her, but I felt and saw you get what you were
What
getting.
you also get value out of it.
Yeah, I do.
So, no, I won't let you sell.
No, you can't.
It still doesn't mean that she can't leverage this done-for-you system.
Oh,
Yeah, he had a great idea
And
yesterday.
then, you know, continue to develop, because your products aren't ready yet anyway, right? So,
The products are there,
Launch
you
the
can
machine.
sell them for sure. We'll put them in your system, you can sell them, you can keep all the money, but your mission is not to sell these products.
Right.
None of yours is.
right,
Yeah.
exactly.
That might be the answer to why are you doing this? Okay, so another thing that came up as part of this group is, you know, your discussion before, which we had had to visit in lunch, is how to bridge the gap between where we are now and when you pay off your balance, because we walked ourselves into a little bit of a problem on our end, and so we're just going to put it out there and see if we can't figure out if there's some possible way that we can have a win-win meeting of the minds so that you're comfortable that we're good on our end and we're comfortable that you're happy on your end. So the problem is, from us that we're looking for a solution to is, how do we make sure we're covering all of the costs of the development and the support that has to go into keep this whole thing alive and healthy, if we're waiting for you to make make $100,000 and then just make a lump sum payment? That would be
And limiting the risk that most people have of not saving for that big payment that would come once you hit that mark.
Yeah,
That's.
so what it could look like is, yeah, you're chugging along, you've got the, you know, the freight train going, and then you finally hit that $100,000 mark, and then Justin and Brenda are saying, oh, you know, we're ready for our
Can
share.
we bill your card now? Oh, wait,
I already thought.
So there's a little bit of a give and take there. So,
because I don't manage money very well. So I see myself with that kind of thing, I'd be like, oh crap. I'd be like, okay, can you turn it off at $9,099, you know, $1,000 shy of $100,000 because I can't pay that yet.
Well, can that also be,
Yeah.
I mean, I know you guys just talked, but couldn't that be also geared towards your success? I mean, even if you were full, I mean, a percentage wise,
so
or
what would,
like along the way, I'll check.
Staying along the way.
no, I want to hear what you're saying.
Well,
So what might it
I
look
mean,
like?
like, say, Cindy had a baby and
What?
slowed her
What?
down.
You're pregnant?
And so she didn't get off to quite as like a gung-ho start as she wanted, but 3 months down the road, then she's up to speed and everything. So like for the first 3 months, based on her gross, maybe her percentage would like start here, and then could you do like 5 monthly? Like if you're making this monthly, then your percentage of payment to Justin and Brenda would be a greater.
So we may be talking about two separate things. So
Okay.
let's be clear what we're
I mean, to
addressing
pay
here.
down the balance of your 15 or,
That's a different deal.
okay, shut up, Terry.
No, well, that
That's
is what
okay.
I was talking about. So there's the 10,000 and then there's the service fee. And so the service fee, I believe, we have taken care of with this, right?
Right. And that's the
Okay,
$10
so we're
a day.
talking about the balance here. And so let me say back to you what I think I heard. Instead of having it a lump sum, what about calculate a percentage based on gross and do it in increments?
Yeah.
Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I think it could, and it have it like even be set, like we have this plan set, so that even if your income were to like, waiver a few weeks or something, you'd have like this plan, and this plan, but it still would be, you'd be paying some.
Instead of paying the lump sum at the end.
Yeah, you'd
separately.
be.
So-
But I think what she's
How- what
also
could
saying
this
is like
look
a
like?
sliding
Sliding
scale,
scale.
Yeah,
right?
like, yeah, sliding, like, I'm not saying like, from 0 to, but if there could be like, maybe 2 or 3 choices.
Okay, I was gonna say that's a little easier than like sliding scales on.
Yeah.
I
know,
I just
understand.
want, yeah, I mean,
What's the proposal that you guys came up
yeah,
with?
and I apologize for.
We didn't have a proposal. We
Okay.
came up with the idea of doing it like this, but we don't
The idea
have.
of payment along the way, so that doesn't happen.
Most of the
Let's ask you
conversation
what
was
that
them
looks like.
trying to get me off of, I want money as you guys make money versus waiting a year, because we're investing time and energy over the next two days. And for me to sort of do that now and knowing that we haven't made money up to this point, and now I gotta wait a year, and if you guys slack off and don't do anything and don't make 100,000, or say you make 70,000, I still don't get paid on that. So most of the conversation will probably
Quite
be.
honestly, I
Okay, so-
took it
Hold
that,
on just a second, team. So let's go back to our, let's be careful of side talking and let me
Sorry.
call on hands as they come up. So Patty, let's,
Okay, because I've been giving this some thought on my own, and what I had already decided was, and this was just me personally, I don't know how everybody else would feel about it, but what I was going to do with mine is every time I hit a $10,000 increment, I was going to send $1,000 to whoever I had to do, because I didn't want to get to the end and have that big $10,000 bill sitting there. Personally, I would rather pay as I go, and that for me personally, that's what I was thinking about doing anyway.
okay. Teresa?
Maybe no one will agree with me, but I'm gonna say this
Yeah,
anyway.
that's good.
I feel like we're spending a lot of time on this, and I'm here to really learn. I'm not learning from this. So is there any way we can do this like today, after we're done, we can sit around and hash it out, or you guys can come up with a, like a really solid thing?
No, this
I know
is-
this is important, but I'm wasting my time for learning.
No, you're not. We're gonna get you what you need.
I
You're stressing
can
about what
I
you're-
can promise you,
Yeah, I feel
I'll,
like I'm
You're
not
gonna
gonna
get
get what I
hey
need. to get.
Teresa, I will give you so much clarity tomorrow by going through one exercise. I promise you, you will leave with what you need.
and I'm just
Again, just
saying,
like I was telling Joel and people yesterday, you gotta trust a little bit.
No, I trust. I just thought if we could get our work done in for the day and then have an hour powwow about this
And then
after.
a learning moment for this is that when you're dealing with money and you're talking, you could be making millions of dollars. This moment is actually very important.
this is the most important.
No, I know it's an important moment, and I agree, it's important to me, but.
I was just gonna say that in the beginning, I don't even remember exactly how it was worded to me about the money back thing. But to me, it was more of like, if you make $1,000, then, you know.
I know at least on
I-
one point on there, I was.
Oh, but I mean,
I thought I was pretty clear, but.
But I mean, it didn't matter. I mean, I was in. But to me, it was like, well, if you were going along, you went ahead and you paid the other $10,000, then you get it back,
So
So
does something like this work for you? Is this along the lines what you were saying?
I had no idea. I just think that it's reasonable, and then I won't be caught hanging at the end either.
I mean, if I were to, you had your hand up,
Let
Joel.
me throw out a suggestion here. I mean, it's similar to what you're talking about, but, I mean, I would be comfortable with just a 10% off the top of every sale going towards paying off our.
Oh, until the 10 is done and
Right,
then
and
it
just
goes
keep
away.
a running total for each, each person, whether you make 10,000 this month or 2,000 this month, 10% off of your commissions or 10% off of your sales goes to your repayment bucket, right? But I'm still hung up on this operational cost because I don't feel like that was explained to us. And so I don't know if the Results 513 folks could cover those operational costs or realize those are significant.
No.
Well, then they should have been
But
discussed.
see, I think any
I'm
business
just
you
saying
go
that
into,
10%
you're gonna
going
have.
to you guys on each sale would help improve
that's
that cash flow situation. So that may be a compromise. And I don't know how anyone else, that's just my personal opinion, so I don't know if anyone else feels that way or not.
John?
So I'm having a little bit of a challenge here because I'm not quite sure what I'm hearing.
Okay.
Did
I or others buy into something that we didn't understand? Or did you guys sell something that you didn't have clarity on the costs when you sold?
It was always clear on our end that there was a monthly ongoing fee. So I've had some feedback from some who said, yeah, I heard it, I got it, didn't know exactly what it was. There's apparently others that didn't hear that, so I don't know if it was something that was mentioned on one webinar and not the other, or if it was something that was mentioned when somebody was talking to kids or the dog was barking. I don't know what caused the disconnect, but this basic contract has existed for quite a while, which has that in there.
So I would, to answer more specifically,
We've been selling this internally, Jeff and I, for 8 months.
but it was not.
Sort of thing. It was just we're gonna put it together with Justin and Brenda and an event and make it 10 times better and add these products in. But
And
technology.
I thought I remembered hearing 125 a month.
I didn't hear anything about that.
So obviously there's a
Yeah.
disconnect.
Right.
So yes, there definitely would be a disconnect for the fact that we've got different opinions on
Right.
what actually was. So was it done in the best way? No, probably not.
So are you saying that you're reevaluating this and the costs that are coming up with this, and you're needing to ask us to, because most of what I've heard is that most people didn't understand these costs that were coming up. I didn't understand them. And I don't feel it's my responsibility to make up for that because I didn't buy into it based upon this information that was coming.
So the only piece that you didn't hear was the ongoing service fee.
The ongoing service fee and the repaying of the, once you've made 100,000, we would be paying 10, right?
Yeah, that was it.
Right.
We're just saying people don't want to pay that at the end.
But what if you do?
You can't put it up there.
Yeah.
Wendy?
Okay, that's what I choose to do, is to pay it at the end.
That's what was originally explained on the webinar, at least that's what I heard, but. I mean, I don't have a problem with
After
the
your
10.
first 100,000.
Yeah, that's what I heard, but I don't have a problem with the 10% for each sale. I mean, again, I'm not speaking for anyone else besides myself, but to me, that helps offset some of that, cash flow problem. You don't have to.
Well, here's the thing, you're gonna make $100,000, you got taxes on that. You have to keep into consideration that you gotta be saving money for taxes. You're gonna get a tax bill for that you've never really had to pay off. Like, you gotta do that, no matter how much deductions you have. And you usually, when you make the money, you tend to spend the money. All right, so if the money doesn't come to you, which is kind of why I like your little 10%, I don't know what we're gonna do, but it's like, if money doesn't actually get into your bank account and you're paying it off, then you're set. So, there's just different mentalities of the way you do things, but that's
Wendy?
just.
Here's what I heard when I had my conversation with Kimball. We pay I get to pay the 3,000 up front, and then 10,000 when we make 100,000. And I said, so 10,000 and that's it? And he said, well, after you pay us the 10,000, then there'll be a $300 a month fee. And I said, and how long does that go? And he said, as long as you're doing the program. So I knew that it was never going to be truly like, quote unquote, free or done or whatever. But I didn't understand that we were going to have to pay the $300 fee in conjunction with making the money. I thought it was going to be after we paid our $10,000.
I can say something about that. So the only reason that everybody here is not remembering that, because it was said about that, and the only reason that y'all don't remember it is because you didn't see the actual, or maybe the dollar amount, but if they would have added that, you would have all been here and going, oh yeah, that's right. You guys.
When was it said in the webinar?
There was something in there at some point, but there wasn't an actual dollar amount. That's why y'all don't remember it.
Yeah, it was addressed, not very, very specific.
Right,
I don't remember.
right. So,
I just don't want this thing to go down because
We're gonna look it up. We're gonna work it out.
I mean, I don't want your thing to go to hell because I don't send you $100 a month or $1,000. That's what I want this to work. So
of course we do. Brenda?
Is anyone else noticing we're on the consumer side of the argument?
yeah, everybody.
Yeah, but you know what? I have a problem.
Wait, let me talk. You need to hear that I have zero money coming in Zero. I'm getting a divorce. I'm living on savings. My husband's not working. I have zero money. I'm not concerned. This is going to work, people. So let's just figure this out and then move on.
Yeah, because, I mean, I can go to Buffalo Wild Wings and be a waitress. I can, I mean, you know, I can do it.
Okay.
I've danced before. I mean, come on.
So I just want to add one thing, that, you know, people are surprised and maybe some things were unclear, but I'm trying to look at this from the perspective of that, you know, our goal is 100K, right? Whatever that means. I'm happy to pay $1,000 every time I hit that 10,000. I'm happy to pay a service fee. I understand that needs to be there in order to serve us, to keep that going. I would never expect something like that to be for free. When you think about what you're going to get, what you're going to serve up, I mean, that's, even though might have been unclear, it's part of what we need for the business.
Yeah.
So I've evolved to be okay with whatever we end up doing. What I would think we need to do, I think, kind of towards what you're saying, it's a different mindset. You're going to be fine paying this money if you're making money. So utilize the system and the methods to do that, and this issue will go away.
It's a non-issue.
But the other thing I would say, that if somebody is not happy with whatever we end up with, you know, what's we don't have to discuss this now, but what's the out clause for people if they don't want to go with this deal? If at some point they've gone 6 months, they're paying a service fee and they haven't made any money and they want out, can they? So give them an understanding of how to get out of it if they can, so that I think the problem is they might feel locked in. So anyway,
Can you hold that question and let's see if we can do this incrementally?
Sure.
It sounds like most of us are okay with one of these two options. Is that right? What if, because how John feels, John selected this, would everybody else be okay with this?
Yeah, with the pay at the end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what I heard on the webinar, but I mean, I'm certainly willing to negotiate whatever is mutually agreeable, so.
This assists us a great deal.
See, I think we need to think like a team right now. I mean, I can see Steve Jobs in a garage arguing with his friends from college about this same crap.
So
let's get this shit together and do it.
Right, but can we be okay if
Yeah,
John
I mean,
wants to do it like this?
We're a team. Like I said, what if Cindy had a
Why
baby?
does it matter to us? Yeah, John wants to do it like that.
I
think you guys are the ones.
So, John, would you be okay if we did it like that?
Yeah.
Okay. Are we done?
Oh, so you're okay if they're mistreating us?
There should be a law.
They're not mistreating.
I mean, I
You know
say
what?
that with love. I mean,
That is not at all what I'm
I
communicating. I've been a businessman for many years,
Right, oh, I
and when I enter into a business, I want to know what I'm entering
Right.
into. I want to know up front, and that's the way everybody should approach their business. It's not about being a consumer. I mean, we could use that, which was a very good teaching, but you got to be careful because you can misuse that.
Yeah, I got to ask the question.
So, and that's
So-
all I'm saying.
I think there was a miscommunication.
Yes, I agree with you.
I provide services to my
Okay.
customers in my business. I can't come back to them afterwards and say I made a mistake.
And I am I mean, hey, you're successful.
They didn't misuse
I've been a
me.
screw-up. So, I mean.
Right. I don't feel I've been
understand.
been
So,
abused or
John,
misused.
if I did a page for yours that looked like this, you'd be happy with that?
Sure.
And everybody else, do you want
Or
to
even maybe
have an
12.
option here, or do we want to go one
I
way?
mean,
I'm
me,
fine with the
the-
10%.
I'm the 10%. I'd rather just pay it when I have it instead of save up for it and have to worry about 10 grand.
I mean,
Does anybody want to do it with a milestone of 10K and then 1,000?
Well, the only, now, is there going to be any advertising costs?
Oh, yeah.
Well, that's your own
That's your own
marketing style.
cost.
That's your
Well,
own.
what if we do this, team? What if we'll do a Schedule B for John like this to honor as a fix to the miscommunication. The rest of us can choose one of those two when we get the new sheet.
So you're gonna put both on and we check which one we want.
Check which one.
And I apologize for my strong personality, and like I said, I'm in it with the team, so you can tell me, anybody can, just tell me off, I just.
So I'm not in it for the team. Is that what you're saying?
Oh,
No. So
John, I apologize, I really do, I apologize, I misworded something.
Okay.
let me tell you about team building. There are 5 phases. The first one is gathering the team together. Okay, that's number one. It's called forming. The second one is called storming. Third one is norming, then performing, then adjourning. The one that people often don't do or don't do well is storming. And that's what we're doing now. That's where you put all of the disagreements, all of the issues out, and then you work through them. And then once they're resolved, then we get busy doing whatever it is we're doing. That's when the trust develops. So how about this? We'll do it like we said right here. We'll accept your apology and you didn't mean
Yeah,
it
I mean,
personally.
I've been wrong before, and I expect you to tell me.
And I think we should honor John's
And I
concern
apologize
about
for
there
hurting
being
his feelings.
a miscommunication.
Because, I mean, he's
I mean,
a resource
of
I
your
may
voice,
need. or
I can promise you that it will be
Yeah. This will
very
never
well
happen again.
really made going forward. Because I mean, it's not that we're trying to like clinch up. I mean, we truly value, like, we understand. I mean, you brought that to our attention. Look, we could have done a better job explaining this, making things clear. So I totally get it.
And we will go forward, and you know what? John might end up being the one that crushes this whole
Well, see,
thing.
that's, I mean, like, he's such a resource. I don't want to make him mad.
We get that. So, are we good then on this? Okay, that's
Sorry, can I
awesome.
just make a suggestion?
Yes,
Because,
Carolyn.
I appreciate everybody that's here, and some people have got bigger voices than others. And John has been great in terms of some of the things that he's come up with, just with resolving some of these issues that we've had that come up. However, some people are not so outspoken, but they may also have an issue, also like John. And if you put all three choices on there, then people can decide what they want to do.
Yeah, let's have a check.
If that's
Option 1, 2, or 3.
financially workable for y'all though, or for Brenda.
But if we all pick option 3.
So here's my concerns. I would rather figure out if anybody wants that option. Just let's decide it now. We make a special case scenario for you. Everybody else, those will be the two choices. Because again, it goes back to, if you do that at pay in the end, I'm making $0 for everything that I've done up to this point. Nothing.
But that's how it was presented.
I understand, and that's why I'm giving you the option to take that right now.
The other thing
If
is,
you want it,
earlier
you're more
when I
than
was
happy to
saying
take
that, we want you guys to succeed. It's in our best interest for you guys to succeed and build this up. I mean, you guys have success, it makes us have success. That's what we want anyway. And so when I said earlier, we'll do hangouts with you guys, we'll do different things. So one of the things we did at lunch was like, every month we'll do a specific training call, get together with this group right here to make sure you're on track, to keep you going, to keep you moving. For those of you that are not part of our ignition, this is something to keep you moving forward. Those of you that are in ignition, this is an addition to. So we can still do that, but that's taking our time, it's taking our energy, and then we're not being paid for any of that. But at least we're still doing it because we want people to help. So that is another, asset that we're giving you that hasn't been said yet, that we've definitely decided, once a month we're going to be having that also. Are you raising your hand?
So, hang on, raise your hand, you can go next. So yeah, like I said, anybody that wants that option, I say let's figure that out now, because going forward, two things are going to happen. Number one, that option won't be available. Number two, we're going to make that very clear before anybody pays us a dime.
Yep.
Okay? Because that was not made clear, we're offering to extend that to the ones that feel like you really want it. Know that, I mean, that's...
Okay. So Carolyn, does that include you? Would that work better for you?
No, it wouldn't.
Okay.
I'd go
So
with
you were being an advocate for those who
Yes,
may
just
feel
because I
that
know
way.
that.
May not be.
What a team player. That's awesome. Okay. Well, so then let's just say, would anybody else besides John prefer to take this option right here? Okay, good. It's awesome.
Wendy, did you have a thought?
No, it's okay. It's
Oh,
not,
yeah, Wendy,
it's
that's
not
right.
related. It was related to what Brenda said. Chuck, no, it's okay. No, it's
Okay.
not about options with you.
You want to,
I'm just in a really weird situation.
Yeah, let's just chat offline. I know you're now, you got two possibilities and you're trying to decide. Okay. Carolyn.
I just want to thank the team for making the benefits so clear. And that was what won my heart and my mind, and the teachers, I'm glad that there are those who have the financial minds and intellect and so forth to help with that. But for me, the benefits.
That's very kind. Thank you.
And I want to say you handled that extremely well. You're very good at that.
Look, I am grounded in the notion.
Bicentennial
Director of the California Bicentennial Celebration of the United States Constitution. Is that what it was?
Did you really do that?
In 1776, right?
1787. So, one of the things that attracted Kimball and I to each other is we are grounded in this notion that value is where it's at. It's with people. And I said before Rick came in that I liked doing this because this is how you forge relationships. There's nothing wrong with disagreeing. Work it out. And if you don't have a deal, you don't have a deal. That is nothing on the value of the individual. But I am absolutely, positively certain that you are going to be better off with us than without us. So therefore, we're willing to accept your money.
Okay, now
Right? And that's how you need to feel on your end, right? What you have will bless the lives of other people. And we're going to assist you in doing that. Okay, so let's just go over to Schedule C, which addresses support. We talked about this before. We have to establish some protocols. But when it comes to technology support, that's going to be with 10X Evolution. It will be funneled through R513 somehow, however we set up that technology. But 10X Evolution will not get involved in any of your customer issues, membership issues, and things like that. That will be with you and with Results 513. We're clear on that? Okay. And Schedule D was left incomplete on purpose, and I will update this. Originally, I was just going to put the mastermind on here. So that was, we said in the webinars that, yeah, this mastermind was included in your fees. But as Brenda was saying, while we were talking about all of this at lunch, Brenda and Justin both felt like it would be more valuable to the overall group to have a monthly webinar where they will step you through the things that need to be done in order to leverage the tools that you're acquiring. Did I say that the way you guys meant it?
Yeah, we're putting this inside like a contract. When is this ending? Because we're not getting you like 10 years of this monthly webinar until you die.
Or is it just us?
This
is for
12 months.
For a year.
I do it for a year.
Okay.
So, and just to be clear on that, you'll get the roadmap up front. The webinars, there, and with that roadmap, you'll have certain things that you need to do on a regular basis that we say, okay, and they're going to be custom to you. So I'm going to talk through this with everybody tomorrow, and you'll have certain things that you're expected to do. You will get no benefit of these monthly webinars without doing those certain things. So they're not to teach you how to use it. We're going to teach you the roadmap tomorrow, and it's just to make sure that we as a group continue to move forward and everybody's moving towards that $100,000 mark. Okay? So there will be, things that you need to follow through, and there's going to be, we'll do a round of accountability on these things and make sure that everybody's moving forward and everybody's doing stuff. We're going to outline why. We're not going to tell you to do something that's going to take 30 hours a week when you've only got 5. So it's going to fit in your schedule, but once we have it built, there's going to be an expectation of you following through and doing that. And you can still show up. You can not follow through and still show up for the webinars, but you won't get a 50th of the value. Because I want everybody to sort of move together as a group and continuously be evolving each and every month in terms of training.
Is it Dennis that's from remote?
Yeah, Dennis is right.
Did we need to unmute him for a second, or is he
Oh,
doing
I
that
think he's
himself? Just in case he had any. I just
Any
realized he might
details?
have something to say.
Hey, Dennis?
I have another idea.
He's waiting over there.
Like
Yeah.
this, these are any.
Interesting conversation. The way only suggestion I might make would be, yeah, as far as the 10% as we go, or at 5 or 10K levels, no problem. Is the $10 a month, is that the bare bones cost? The only suggestion I would make, since that was kind of a surprise, if that could be less for, say, 6 months and cover all the costs of 10x. That would be my suggestion.
I mean, $10 a day. Yeah, see,
That's
that you would
that's
not
300 a
have
month.
Yeah, we don't have any give on it. It's just,
I think he's confusing the 10K that's going to 513 versus the service fee that's going to you guys. That's two different things, is it not?
Well, to be fair, what he's looking at,
Right.
you see that board.
Oh,
No, I'm not confused. I'm pretty clear about it.
okay.
As far as the 10K, yeah, taking out 10% per sale every 5K, every 10K, I'm fine with that. Okay. Now let's go to the monthly fee. It's $10 a day, roughly $300 a month. If that could be cut down for 6 months, but yet still cover all of 10x's costs, then that might be good. Let's say it was $5 a day, so that's $150 a month for 6 months.
Dennis,
But I'm still good with the $10 a day.
yeah, my feeling is we just can't play with that. We addressed it with the grace period, which we're okay with, because that gives you time to ramp up, but we have those hard costs that we have to deal with. So if you're okay with leaving the dollar amounts the way it is and us building in the extra grace period to it, we'll consider that resolved.
Sure.
Is that okay?
That's cool.
Excellent.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine.
Great.
Thanks, Dennis.
Yeah, because I believe you guys need to get your costs paid for. And absolutely, I was just saying if there's any way. So, okay, I'm good.
Thanks, Dennis.
Thank you.
Operational costs going to be paid for? Is it going to be through the merchant account, or are we going to be invoiced for it, or?
Oh yeah, we actually just talked about that at lunch. That's gonna come.
So it's like a mirror.
It eventually will be built into the system somehow.
We're building all your stuff first, and then we're starting theirs.
Yeah.
Once we have the 513 system built, then it'll just be an automatic thing happening as you guys do your transactions and everything. It'll happen every day.
But until that happens, then we will figure that out. But it's not going to start for like 60 days. You've got
Right.
2 weeks for you to get your system. We've got 45 days, so that won't start for about 2 months, which gives us either a way to give you a couple options, or we just bill it all at once, or we'll have to but it'll have to come through us dealing with that. So.
And is that starting after 45 days, or at 45 days we have to pay for the 45 days? I
No,
apologize.
it begins.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
I apologize for throwing another.
Okay.
45 days.
That's how I understand it. Is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
So, those of you, I don't know how many of you are familiar with the way software development works. I know you were at HP. I don't know if you were in IT or not, but our team uses loosely an agile approach to project management for this, which means we maintain what's called a product backlog, which is a list of features that are going to be added to the software. So what we were just talking about is an already identified feature, and we actually have a whole list of other things that will be added that will flow to you without any other cost. We have another product backlog, which is just for customization thing, which, you know, if you wanted something, we queue it up over here, and that's what you would pay for. But this is an ongoing system that will evolve and improve over time. You'll discover some things, you'll want a feature, something like that, and we'll say, yeah, we should add that to the product backlog, as opposed to queuing it up over here. And then also in the contract, what we say is, if there is something on the product backlog and you want it sooner, then you get to pay for that. So you can move something off the product backlog and put it on the customization backlog if you wanted it done sooner. But that would come up if we needed to talk on that. So we own the product backlog, and we're the ones that are controlling what gets done in what sequence. If you wanted to do something different, we'd have to talk about how to put that into customization. Any other questions on this? Yes, sir, Scott.
Just wanted to come back to the.
Oh, yes,
doing
I
this for
forgot about
6
that.
months, and I can't do it anymore, so there's nothing in the contract about backing out, so I just think that should be, I don't plan to do it, but I want it to be clear in here for everyone, in case that happens. Do you still owe the rest of the 10? You haven't made any money? I think that should just be, you don't get a refund on the 3 or the 5 that you paid, make that clear. You can turn off your site for 6 months and you don't pay a service fee while you're inactive. Some of those things,
Yeah, I hadn't thought about that. The contract says that on 60 days notice you can cancel.
Okay.
And that works for us if we're doing the 10% thing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's no refunds, but if you want out, you give us 60 days notice, or you give Justin and Brenda 60 days notice, and we'll
So that's just in
shut the site down.
When that happens, everything up to that point's lost, system's gone.
Correct. That's right. You're not doing the deal, you are ending the deal where you are. And what was you said something else, and I said I hadn't thought about that. And
Oh, just like if I said, I gotta go out of the country for 2 months or something, can I just put it on hold and just let them back?
Yeah, maybe. Let's not put it in the contract, but we'd be open to a discussion like that. So.
Okay. I work for a SaaS.
Yeah, is that something they have in there?
Yeah.
Would you send me that clause if you've got it?
Yeah, it's just a SLA, service level agreement.
Okay.
It's part of that. It's usually customized per customer, but yeah, I'll send you a copy of
That'd be good.
what we got. I'll have to take our company letterhead.
This is what we call R&D, remember? So yeah, and then we can consider actually putting that in the contract. Yes, John.
Just one
Or Joe, rather.
one comment about the misunderstanding that, we would have trouble with the people coming into our organizations is, this is accumulating to be a 20% surprise to some of us. And
Yes. So going forward, we will not make this mistake again.
No surprise.
No, but the whole thought is, would people have gone in knowing that? What was their judgment if they knew that they had a 20% expense before they could recover anything to reinvest in a business?
So what's the 20%?
I would say ask you guys.
I think they would.
If this was made very clear up front, would you still have invested?
Yeah.
I think when people see the value, they'll buy it.
I would have thought about it longer, but I don't know.
Knowing what, literally right here, right now, knowing what we've shown you with the system, what you're getting here, the photography, the videos, all of that, would you have bought it
Because I was
today?
honestly praying, whatever comes up, I hope I can afford it. That's
I don't know
That's
that
why
I feel that's because of the operational
I gotta
cost.
do this.
Yeah, because of the monthly commitment there. But other than that, definitely, I think the program is a great program. Just the operation costs are pretty significant, for someone that's not earning any money. So, $300 a month is a pretty large outlay.
If you're not making money yet.
Yeah. That's pretty quick.
One year I bought my dad VHS tapes, and we did not have a VCR. And I told him that it was an incentive gift. That he would buy a VCR. So I consider that $300 an incentive to get my house in gear.
I love that.
So on behalf of Brenda, Justin, Kimball, and Brooke, and Donna, can I say thank you to you for the ability we've had to just work through this? So this has been awesome, and now let's get down to how we use the tools and get it done, right?
So these, I know you're gonna fix some, but.
So, right, I was going to shift to that. So now let's go, let's initial all the pages, sign off on it, and except for schedules B and D, I'll give you replacements for those.
And do we do both copies?
Both copies, because then Brenda and Justin will do the others, and they'll each walk away with a fully executed contract.
Buying a house.
I know.
I closed on my house quicker on this.
What's the one? I wasn't listening.
Initial all the pages
Everything
except
except
C and D, I
That's
think.
pretty much all the things we're talking about.
Just realized I was just sitting there, everyone else was moving. I'm like, who was listening?
Hey Jeff, did you send Dennis?
I didn't hear you.
Email Dennis.
Oh, I emailed him the other stuff, but not the contract. So Dennis, I will email you, a PD, the contract.
Jeff, could you send those to a different address just?
So,
Yeah,
just to be clear, you are the sub-licensee, Brenda and Justin are the company. As in the header section at the very beginning of the.
Dennis, did you hear me? Just tell me where you want me to send you Skype.
Yeah, to the the Dennis at earthlink.net address.
Okay.
That way I can print them off and stuff.
Which one are we not?
And thank you, Jeff. Good job.
I don't think he heard you, Jeff.
What's that? Oh,
Dennis said thank you. Good job.
oh,
I don't
well,
think
thank
he heard
you.
your question.
Oh, Dennis, did you get the other email I sent you?
Yes, I did.
Okay, so I'll just send to that same address.
Justin will give you a better one to send to.
Can you, okay. I'll send it right now. Can you type it in Skype real quick where I can make sure I don't get it wrong?
Sure.
But I don't want
B and D. We're just on until.
So then tomorrow we'll just take care of schedules B and D, which will just be initialing and inserting it in there.
Actually, you know what, well, you guys are just signing, so that doesn't take a lot of mental energy to do that. You can do that with listening too. But she just had a great question about Ignition, and I know there's some people that are not in Ignition. Just to clarify the separation, Ignition is the year-long mastermind at the end of Results 513. It's $5,000 entire year. It includes 2 live events, which are mastermind sessions like this. What we did is at this last Ignition, we met with Kimball, thought about the stuff. Now we have this. This is on top of it. So in Ignition, every 3rd Tuesday, which for those of you that are Ignition, that's coming up Tuesday, is our monthly training. That is where we actually do teach you more stuff. So we're going very much in depth at working on the training for Tuesday, actually. So you get that every month. You also get, we're going to be doing some more accountability stuff. We're going to be doing the SOPs this month, which is standard operating procedures, like how do you do this, how do you do this, how do you do this technical stuff. It's all the marketing, and it's just a lot more in-depth stuff, plus a lot of deliverables and information that's inside the website. So that's what Ignition is per se. It goes on for an entire year. November and like April-ish is when we have our live events, where it's this style. It is an informational master. That's and then 6 months down the road, you've either grown and you've got new issues, or Ignition is. The fact that we're going to be doing monthly things with you guys, that's why I wanted to differentiate. And like Justin said, it's not a training one. It's not a come learn how to do this kind of stuff. It's let's just get together. Let's make sure we're all moving forward. Because where else are you going to answer questions about the system and how are you doing this and how are you doing? That would be a good place to do that. Not on the Ignition calls. Just this right here. How it's different from 513. We use 513 community. If you're in Ignition, you're also in 513. Not every Ignition member continues to pay monthly for 513, but you can still promote it. You're not active in the groups, but we use with your products. Ignition is your own deal. We sell whatever. We have people in every MLM, direct side.
Right, there's no product
there's
there.
sell Ignition. You absolutely can. Be an affiliate for admission, you are $1,500. It's an upsell from 513, so we're working on getting that all integrated into the new system. So you got, and everybody that's in still kind of knows, we're still, I mean, we're less than a year old. So we still are putting everything together, and especially when we move over to the new system, it'll be a lot easier. Oh my gosh, it'll be so much easier integrating everything.
So, but for me now, I need to join like 513, is that included in this?
You got 2 months free.
So if I want to continue.
You will, after 2 months if you're free, it's going to continue unless you cancel. So that was one thing I'll put in the group. I'm like, hey, you know, just FYI, I mean, you sign whatever when you sign up for it. Totally your call. You can continue to stay in, be a part of the community of 513. If you're not in Ignition, I would highly recommend you at least stick in 513. We have a weekly clarity calls that you can get on. You can get into our Facebook group and interact. At least to kind of have some more interaction.
And you have your products on 513. I mean, for us to get commission on 513.
You guys are affiliates of 513.
We already are. Okay.
Yeah, you're
already set up, you were selling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't really want to pitch that right now, but I want to answer questions.
Okay.
So if any.
No, that was my question. Whether I
Okay,
should
so
do it or not.
you upgrade 513 to Ignition, and then we're calling that 10X, or?
No, we don't officially have a name for
Okay,
what
that's
this
what I
is.
wanted.
And so, you know, we've thrown around the term velocity a couple times. I've seen that. So we need to get something finalized. But what we did talk about at lunch is that, you know, we did talk a little bit about having this being a virtual thing if someone could not come to it, or what to do if they're out of country and different things like that. But I really think keeping this as a live event is so much more beneficial for the people that are going to be coming in here. So that offer still, I mean, we got the price, $25,000. It's going to be a live event. You know, you got to put down at least 10. You can do 2 payments of 5. We've got that established. You guys as affiliates, 30% commission. So that would be continuously on.
30% of what?
Of the 10,000 of their payments, so 10,000, 30% of that. So, and then as they continue on, 30% of that. Not the service fee. There's no commission on service fee, but the payoff. Every time they're making payments.
When they pay the 10 grand down, you get 3 grand. They make
It's $25K total, and it's $7,500 in commission, which, by the way, that comes directly from our cut, so it's.
Okay.
Somebody pays in full 25, let's say they put 10 down, they make 100K, pay the remaining balance, so they've got a total investment of 25,000. You, as an affiliate, will earn 30% of that, which is $7,500. The ongoing service fee that they pay, that is not commission.
Okay, so as an affiliate, you guys can earn some very hefty money of velocity, or whatever it actually is going to be. So yeah, it would behoove you to definitely, you know, talk about it and push this. And obviously, it's going to be set up a little bit better. We talked about maybe like 4 times a year, actually having these set up where the actual live event is. So even if they join or say, yeah, I want to buy this, and we just had the event, they can, and, you know, if we have this streamlined enough, they can get their stuff filled out, they can get their system and start working on it with videos, but then still come to this event and we can really help them. So that's kind of where we are.
How often did you say you want to do these events 4 times a year? Is that what you said?
Well, we threw that out as quarterly at lunchtime today, so.
I just didn't know what you said.
Yeah.
I'm thinking that sounds pretty good. Because as an affiliate, you want to make sure people that are coming in can actually go to, you don't have to go to something. No, you would only go to one.
This is it.
Yeah, leave it one.
You can't retrain and have 100 and then 200 and then 500.
Is there going to be a cap on the number of people at each event?
I don't know that we can do many more than this
Yeah.
per event,
I
so.
think the answer is yes, but that would be, I'm
So
not.
there'll be a waiting
As long
list.
as it is, I mean, obviously, we want to streamline and be as efficient as possible and bring more people in, but we want to make sure everybody gets
The fact that 98% of you are doing the system make that a lot easier.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of extra tailoring that needs to go into making marketing plans and
Are
stuff.
you guys looking
So-
into like, using any of the talent you have to like help you train later?
Oh, you mean you guys?
Yeah. Not necessarily.
Yeah, us PMs.
Absolutely.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
I was
definitely
to me,
in
that
there.
limits my success if this is your 4 times a year group.
No, it wouldn't be this.
No.
It would be a different group every time.
No.
No, that's what I mean, the
No.
number, that,
Oh.
Oh,
Oh,
if you
shoot,
were
if
selling
we're-
more, we'll do it more often.
Oh, yeah, yes. If there's the need for it and there's a whole bunch of people that, and we have a limited amount, then obviously we have to do more.
okay, that's what I mean, I mean,
Oh, we're
eventually you're,
scalable. Yeah.
okay, well, eventually you're gonna be
It just
to
means
the
more, it just
saturation
means
level.
more events, not
Okay.
more people at
Okay.
the
All right,
events.
well, I was
Yes.
just
Or
checking.
a combination of.
I'll give it.
Terry's got 20 people lined up.
I've been to events with hundreds and thousands of people, and I've been to a number of events with small groups like this, and I love small groups like this way more.
More personal.
Tampa was awesome. I walked away from that like, man, I never want to do a big event.
Yeah, I was just seeing where, man, you guys got some brains, maybe somebody has talents that if you have two sets of trainers, or, you know, that's where I was going with that, so. Sorry. Remember, I only had half my period.
Justin, you probably guys.
All right, so we are, do you guys want to take like a 5-minute break before we get into autoresponders and stuff, or are we pushing through? You want to push through, raise your hand.
Well, can you just say what else after
We can push through it.
Hey,
I promise I won't do it.
Fooling around.
how many of you, this is from yesterday before we broke, how many of you guys are like, I do not need anything to do with autoresponders, I already know how to do it, I already have it set up, I don't need to do anything with autoresponders that you said yesterday as far as copying and pasting them, getting into Aweber, I already have that list ready and I'm good to go, and I don't need to do anything. If that is you, stand up.
Mine's done, but I.
We need to get them into Aweber. We need to get them tested, make sure they're ready to go. So if that's not done, stay here. All right, those of you that are standing, we are doing just, what did you say?
What? I'm sorry, I was.
I forgot.
Webinar introduction recording.
That's what it is. It's the, you're gonna go ahead and work on the webinar introduction and recording for
Practice
practicing
your welcome
videos.
video for members area.
Or just beat me out there.
So are we setting up the green screen and stuff?
No, that's just the audio.
Oh, that's right, with the audio. It's just
The
an
audio
audio?
intro of you telling your people, hey, welcome to the webinar we've got.
By the way, that script is already written. It's in the Google Docs that I shared with you yesterday. There's another folder. You can just read through it. That way you're not reading through it for the first time. So you'll be the one like starting the
It'll
webinar.
be a video, but we're gonna put your logo up on the screen like it's a PowerPoint, and people are listening to you because they just showed up to the webinar.
So it's not a face to camera, it's
Right.
just a screen.
So it's
Correct. Tomorrow, we're gonna set up the green screen, and you guys can either do a nice hotel background green, or we can do the green screen and put your logo behind you, like I've done in a lot of my.
Might be on the moon.
We'll put it once it's done.
Justin, what do we need?
So that's the welcome to my system, or so, welcome videos in the website.
So this one's right now is for the webinar.
You got practice the script.
Right now. I gotta.
And headshots tomorrow?
Yeah, just practice right now. I'm confused.
Somebody
Sorry.
had the brilliant idea, and I believe it was
Me.
Probably.
yes, Mama T. I was like T. I was thinking Terry, but I knew it wasn't. Just Teresa, right?
Teresa, yeah.
You have certain colors in your branding.
Yes.
So if you might have some complementary color to wear that's complementary to your branding, that could be a good idea.
But headshots are tomorrow.
Yes, headshots are tomorrow, so that would be tomorrow.
Okay, so the welcome video on the screen and headshots will be tomorrow. So if you're doing that, whatever you want to wear, that's tomorrow. Today, we're working on the autoresponders right now, or working on doing the audio. Are you recording that?
I suppose we'll take my computer out there and record it.
Okay.
Do we have any of the email copy for the product engagement series, if you will?
Not yet.
It's written, but you guys don't have access to it. It'll be loaded in your system.
He's in get response, so.
Well, I want to see it just from a marketing perspective, because that'll kind of help understand the marketing message. You know, kind of have a little bit of a similar voice to what's in the email sequence, the engagement sequence, and some of the points that are highlighted.
For the webinar recording or for just in general?
Well, I guess what I'm envisioning is that there's going to be an engagement series to sell various pieces along the way, right?
Yes.
You have the $97 product and the $497. It would be nice to have that engagement sequence in hand so we can start crafting our marketing messages. Because as soon as this stuff is ready, I'm going to start marketing. I can't learn this product in a way that it's being communicated and then come up with a marketing message. So that's stuff that we could have ahead of time that can help us hit the ground running as soon as the product's ready to go.
We will have them as soon as they are sent to the developers to load in the system, which will be in the next couple of days. Because I've got them, I've just got to change a couple of things.
Okay.
That said, you'll only have the engagement series for the first product. There will be other ones, but that doesn't need to be in your marketing. So I'm going to save you from yourself on that one. I'll give you the engagement series because I know you're in a giver spot. So, but yeah, as soon as they're done, I'll copy them to the
document. Yeah, draft
share.
version of it. I'd love to get it ahead of time. That'd be great. But if not, then
So Kimball, if they're gonna be recording audio, they need to go someplace that's a little bit quieter though, as opposed to just the hallway. Do you know where that would be the best place to go do that?
Our
room. Oh, you can get them in one of your rooms. Just do that.
So she asked
$5 on the bedside.
where the webinar script is if you want to start reading through it and practicing. You go to your Google Drive, click on the folder that says Ignition Accelerator. Inside there's a folder that says Scripts. Click on that, and it's called Webinar Sales Script or something.
Yeah, for Prime Elements.
Yeah.
Okay, so for those of you that don't need autoresponders right at this moment, then I would say it's getting your audio scripts recorded and getting, what was the other thing? Oh my gosh, I didn't write it down.
Webinar welcome video.
The welcome video, but that was the done in front of the green screen.
Don't show up tomorrow.
Yeah,
not
practice
knowing
that.
what you want to say.
Yes,
So
practice that
I
actually
want you to
with
write
a
it.
partner.
Ask us to critique it. Say, hey, is this okay? And then practice it.
Yeah,
Pull out
get your
and
iPhone,
actually
get your
record
phones out.
it. You won't knock it out the first take. The more times you go through it, the better it will be tomorrow when you're in front of the camera.
Right, so if you're doing the AWeber stuff, we're going to stay in this room because we need your computers. We need to have that open, ready to go. We're going to kind of just walk through the copying, pasting, getting it all set up like that. Okay? So if you need to have AWeber tech stuff, I'm going to stay in here. I'll walk you through it, but let's all get to the same area.
Yeah,
That would make it a little bit easier, which I think more of you guys over here still needed it, right? Trying to see
On
where
the
to go.
welcome video script, I know Carolyn has a good one. She asked me to critique earlier, so if you're stuck for ideas, read hers.
Okay.
It'll be a good starting point.
Carolyn,
You're AWeber.
Just signed up for a new
You're AWeber. Cindy, you are AWeber? Yes? You're not. You are?
Everybody's AWeber except two people, I think.
Nuh-uh.
Pretty much two people.
Yeah, Joel and Joe.
No, she's talking about working on AWeber right now.
Right now. No. Like you need help working on AWeber right at this moment.
Oh, no.
I didn't think you did. So I was like, no, I don't need to help you. Cindy, yes. You're.
You got all your.
No, but
Then stay
you
here.
can read
Joe,
Carolyn's or
your get response.
basically what you're telling
Do you know how to put that in there?
Yes.
And you're good.
Yeah, you gotta.
You're good. Carolyn, you're good. Wendy, you're good. Joel, you're good.
Thanks for buying.
You need it in there,
but I just want to make sure.
You put them in there.
Well, I had.
Welcome to the
Absolutely.
You don't
Can you
need
come
to
over
do
here?
this for what you need to do. You just need to read through them and make sure that there's nothing.
Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna be there.
Yeah. We did the days and all that stuff.
Well, they have you channel them, send the test email to you?
I don't.
Do that. When time is either to send test email, always send test email.
I should do that myself.
Always, like no matter what, make sure you're hyperlink, make sure it's copy, like just
Make sure they go through.
like I still every time.
And you don't need
test
member
email.
to
So you'll need to do that here.
Yeah, do it for the, just so you can see it. I mean, it doesn't matter when, but that needs to happen.
I
Make sure you do it. Okay. So then I can have
You guys
this.
getting pretty prepared with all your.
I have an online system as well.
Oh, I'm not sure.
Well, no, but what was the other option of activities?
I might need you.
Kind of get together.
Yeah, I have it for 7 years.
We're recording elections.
It's not an either or, it's.
It might be. But it's less expensive, so it's a better deal. All right.
So you want to do that? Yeah.
So I guess I'm not sure if I need that.
Yeah, okay.
A lot of people. Thank you.
So if you had a commercial, if you strictly residential, what I did, I bought it in several companies
I don't know.
So-
Most people are gonna recognize
But-
that, but I can.
It's a script. I don't have a recording. And if they don't, they don't have to.
Hold everybody, or can you?
I've got one person.
Not everything has to record. It's not hard, I just have to remember.
Yeah, that's remember.
You learn who you want to be.
You know how to do it? Yes, I have one customer like that.
What time are we supposed to be back to?
So when I got to business, he was in business with anyone.
Are they going?
You would get the worst customers.
You're gonna specify a time, we're all just here.
So
You're gonna go record your audio then on your own?
Yeah.
Because I wanted to find you like a half hour.
I don't know, I won't watch it, but I like and then I wanted to like, give.
So when I was trying to resell, I got to make a decision to
Yeah,
back
yeah,
and
you know, but like,
build it
it's
back
like,
up and resell the
it's
territory.
growing like
Try to sell the
crazy,
territory.
like this is out of business, or kind of like looking at you like, but it.
Just north of Seattle.
Okay.
But I was in the mortgage industry.
And as far as my
Mortgage
son,
industry collapsed.
What's your actual question about that?
I was just.
You know, you move.
And that will be used in the logo, but it'll be used.
So I've been self-employed for a long
So it won't be used in like your
I'm
icon or
also
anything like that, but it'll be used in your site.
Okay, and so
I
now what
would
kind of background is that?
in fact, right now, my car's.
So now you're doing the
So no, now do you have, I don't think you mentioned the background color.
So we're about to.
I'm open to that,
put
it's
together
just I
a
have,
campaign. It's called No.
I have one that I saw today, I was
We're
reading page.
Joe?
Oh, I know.
You don't. It's nobody knows about it.
Like, it was just like, it went from.
I don't know if somebody else has used that same
Is
phrase.
that possible?
To do that kind of a
It's such a
background?
good phrase that it resonates.
Well,
It's not
well, you could do,
Yeah, we have
do you
a
mean
survey
that,
anyway.
like an orange background?
So we
No, I
just
mean more like a
contacted
morning.
2 weeks ago. actually.
Like graduating or something. Yeah, like some like light.
Do you mean that,
And,
the whole background of
we have
the
a
site?
mortgage
Or just
that's-
keep it somewhere?
Yeah, and I would,
Yeah.
have a problem.
And then we're looking at where do we want to target. We might target 80 and the Haitian refugees.
I can increase it in the URL, it's
For this.
The other ones, the signatory.
So what I love about this
Silly, but
is because this.
No.
I just thought it was.
I haven't.
I want to be able to do it wherever I decide to.
Like I actually.
And I don't think
I don't actually. I've never seen.
Focuses on
Yeah.
for people who get
Really like lots of.
Because I know there was a whole lot, there's not gonna be a whole lot of space to actually.
One on the time.
It's a good place.
Go ahead and like highlight your copy, because you already said it was listed.
And it was also more.
Well,
White.
You're not sure.
So.
No, set up the actual list to put people into.
Right.
Set that up, yeah, you're looking at.
Yeah. Title the new list.
Okay, so let's change that name to, what is this company name you're setting?
Income marketing mentors.
This is a list thing that's just for you.
Like stucco is a complete
It's a one list name, so it looks like momentum. It's only for you, and I just keep it small.
Wait a moment. That works.
It's stuff. This is if you want a pattern double confirmation, which we don't actually want, but there's no way to turn it off yet. So just go down. Here, get rid of this. All right, now go back up to list options, list settings. Number 3. I'm gonna scroll down and try that kind of what you're doing. Keep going. Then put that green button in, push the off.
That yellow is.
And then go all the way down.
Whatever we wanted, did you want to put letters or anything?
So I think my
Colors that you like for the lettering?
You know, because I like this.
Background.
first
A
button.
blue, you know, just different colors of blue.
Is that
And
one?
if you
Okay, so
have
I had a choice.
somebody
Because
else
they wanted
remembers
those
the
two
way.
less brown things. Was that the deal?
I would have to have.
It was the not till I win.
But
Any more
Second
help?
one,
Those
that's
modules?
where we talk about
Thanks.
the,
Alrighty.
that other one.
No, it's one video.
One or the other.
Just pick one video.
Well,
Well, and it's just at the end of it, it's like, it's like that open loop, like, here's the video I really think you should like, tomorrow I'm gonna tell you this.
Okay.
I mean, it's like
The next day.
busy.
So I like,
Watch it.
okay,
Oh,
so,
thank you kindly.
because I had written up the one
You guys have
for,
enough?
how he got
No, I
that
share more audience.
job
Well, that,
opportunity, and but I
Yeah.
didn't realize that was,
okay.
and I thought I missed this thing that I was supposed to do. So this I can just wipe out. I can just wipe that part out, because I actually did that one.
Yeah.